Someone is manipulating you right now, and you don't even know it. They're using your emotions against you. Your empathy, your desire to be liked, your need to be understood. All weaponized, all turned into tools for control. And the worst part, you're helping them. Actively, unconsciously, perfectly. You think you know manipulation. You've seen movies, read articles, heard about gaslighting, but that's surface level. Entertainment. What you're about to learn is different, darker, more effective. These are the actual techniques sociopaths use, not movie villains, real predators, operating in plain sight, in your workplace, your relationships, your social circles, right now, using you, and you can't see it, because that's how good they are. I need to be clear before we begin. This information is dangerous, not because I'm exaggerating, because it works. If you're a good person, this knowledge protects you. Defensive. If you're not, don't use this offensively, because what goes around comes around, and people who weaponize psychology against others eventually get destroyed by it. Always, without exception, consider yourself warned. Today you're learning 7 psychological tricks sociopaths use to control you. Not all sociopaths use all 7, but every sociopath uses some combination. And once you see these patterns, you can't unsee them. You'll recognize them everywhere. In people you thought were trustworthy, in relationships you thought were genuine, in dynamics you thought were normal. Everything changes after this video. Drop this if you understand. I see the manipulation now. Let's begin. Trick 1. They mirror you perfectly. Too perfectly. Normal people have their own personality, their own opinions, their own preferences. Sociopaths don't. Not really. They become whoever you need them to be. You like philosophy? Suddenly they've always loved philosophy. You value honesty? They're the most honest person you'll meet. You enjoy hiking? They've been hiking for years. Every interest, every value, every preference, mirrored back to you, creating illusion of perfect compatibility, perfect understanding, soulmate connection, all manufactured, all strategic, all manipulation. This is called mirroring, and everyone does it to some degree. Normal social bonding, but sociopaths take it further, much further. They don't just mirror surface behaviors. They mirror your deepest values, your core beliefs, your emotional patterns, creating illusion they understand you better than anyone, better than you understand yourself. This creates powerful bond, instant trust, deep connection, all fake, all calculated, all designed to lower your defenses. Here's how to spot it. Watch for lack of contradiction. Normal people contradict themselves, have conflicting opinions, change their minds. Sociopaths don't. Their personality is too consistent, too perfectly aligned with yours, too accommodating. No friction, no disagreement, no authentic difference, just perfect reflection. If someone agrees with you on everything, likes everything you like, values everything you value, they're either lying or they don't exist as separate person. Either way, run, because perfect compatibility doesn't exist. Perfect manipulation does. Affirmation. I recognize artificial mirroring. Trick 2. They create artificial scarcity around themselves, making you feel lucky to have their attention, their time, their approval. Normal people are available, consistent. Sociopaths aren't. They're mysteriously busy, vaguely important, always in demand. Other people always wanting their time. You're just one of many, and you should feel grateful they chose you. At all. Ever. This creates anxiety, competition, desire to prove yourself worthy. All manufactured, all control. This is called intermittent reinforcement. Most powerful manipulation technique in psychology. More powerful than consistent reward. More addictive than drugs. Here's how it works. Sometimes they respond immediately. Sometimes they disappear for days. Sometimes they're warm and engaged. Sometimes cold and distant. No pattern, no predictability, just randomness. This creates obsession. Your brain trying to figure out pattern, trying to predict when reward comes, trying to earn consistent attention. You become addicted, not to them, to the uncertainty, to the challenge, to intermittent reward. Casinos use this. Slot machines. You don't win every time. You win randomly, unpredictably. This keeps you playing, forever, chasing next win. Sociopaths do same thing with attention, affection, approval. You never know when it's coming, so you keep trying, keep investing, keep hoping, all while they maintain complete control. Here's the tell. Inconsistency without explanation. Normal people are consistent or they explain inconsistency. Sorry, crazy week at work. Sociopaths are inconsistent mysteriously. No explanation, no apology, just disappear and reappear, creating anxiety, creating addiction, creating control. Affirmation: I recognize intermittent manipulation. Trick 3. They isolate you slowly, subtly, so slowly you don't notice. First, they criticize your friends. Gently. Are you sure they have your best interests? Your family. They don't really understand you like I do. Your support system. They're holding you back. All framed as concern, protection, love, all designed to separate you from everyone who might notice manipulation, everyone who might intervene, everyone who might help you escape. This is gradual, months, sometimes years. They don't demand you cut people off. That's obvious. Instead, they plant seeds, small criticisms, subtle doubts, making you question relationships, making you feel misunderstood by everyone except them, making you choose them over others, repeatedly, until one day you wake up and they're your only close relationship, your only confidant, your only support, complete dependence, complete isolation, complete control, and you think it was your choice, your decision, your preference, all manufactured, all strategic, all manipulation. Watch for this pattern. Anyone who consistently criticizes your other relationships is isolating you. Intentionally. Doesn't matter how they frame it. Doesn't matter if they claim concern. If pattern is consistent criticism of your support system, they're removing your safety net. Why? So you can't escape. Can't get outside perspective. Can't compare their behavior to normal. Isolation enables all other manipulation. Its foundation. If you notice this happening, reconnect with people they criticize. Immediately, deliberately. Resistance to isolation is resistance to control. Affirmation: I maintain strong support systems. Trick 4. They use your empathy against you. Your compassion, your desire to help. They present themselves as victim. Damaged, misunderstood, traumatized. Everyone mistreated them. Ex was crazy. Former friends betrayed them. Family abandoned them. Boss was unfair. World is against them. And only you understand. Only you see their true value. Only you can save them. This activates your empathy, your protective instincts, your desire to prove you're different, better, more understanding than everyone who abandoned them. This is called victim manipulation, and it's devastatingly effective, especially on empathetic people, good people, people who want to help. You see someone suffering, and you want to fix it. You want to be the one who finally treats them right, finally appreciates them, finally saves them. But here's reality. If everyone in someone's life mistreated them, abandoned them, betrayed them, they're probably the problem. Not everyone else. One bad ex. Normal. 5 bad exes. Pattern. Everyone they've ever been close to turned out toxic. They're the toxic one. Creating victims. Playing victim. Manipulating empathy. Real victims don't weaponize their trauma. Don't use past suffering to manipulate current relationships. Don't create constant crisis requiring rescue. Sociopaths do. They create perpetual victim narrative, activating your empathy, making you feel responsible for their happiness, their healing, their life, trapping you through compassion. Here's test. Does helping them actually help? Or does crisis continue? Escalate? If your efforts never resolve anything, never actually improve their situation, you're being manipulated. Real problems get solved. Manufactured problems continue forever, requiring endless rescue, endless attention, endless control. Affirmation: I help wisely, not compulsively. Trick 5. They provoke jealousy deliberately, strategically, making you feel replaceable, expendable, talking about how attractive other people are, how interesting, how engaging, mentioning exes frequently, new friends constantly, people who want their attention, all designed to make you anxious, insecure, competing, proving your worth, not because they might leave, because uncertainty controls you. Jealousy motivates you. Competition enslaves you. This is triangulation, introducing third party to create competition. Doesn't matter if third party is real or imagined. Doesn't matter if they're actually interested in third party. Only matters that you believe they might be. That possibility alone changes your behavior, makes you try harder, give more, accept less, competing for position you already have. This keeps you off balance, keeps you insecure, keeps you controllable. Normal people don't create jealousy. They reduce it. You're important to me. I'm committed to you. You have nothing to worry about. Clear, direct, reassuring. Sociopaths do opposite. Keep you guessing, keep you competing, keep you anxious. Always someone else they might prefer. Always possibility you'll be replaced. Always need to prove yourself worthy. Watch 4. Constantly mentioning attractive others. Comparing you unfavorably. Creating competition where none should exist. If relationship feels like constant audition, you're being manipulated through jealousy. Affirmation. I don't compete for what should be freely given. Trick 6. They gaslight your reality, making you doubt your perception, your memory, your sanity. You remember them saying something. They deny it. Completely, convincingly, making you question yourself. I never said that. You're remembering wrong. You're being too sensitive. You're imagining things. Consistent, confident, unwavering, until you start doubting yourself, your judgment, your reality. This is gaslighting. Named after 1944 film where husband manipulates wife into questioning sanity. And it's sociopath's most powerful weapon. It works because human memory is fallible. We do misremember, sometimes. So when someone confidently denies something, we second guess ourselves. Maybe I misunderstood. Maybe I'm being too sensitive. Maybe it didn't happen that way. This self-doubt is exactly what gaslighter wants, creating dependency on their version of reality. Their interpretation of events, their narrative. If you can't trust your own perception, you have to trust theirs. Complete control through confusion. Defense, document everything. Keep records, texts, emails, conversations. When someone gaslights, you have proof, evidence, reality. This isn't paranoia. This is protection. If you find yourself constantly questioning your memory around someone, document interactions. If their version consistently contradicts your memory, you're being gaslit. Trust yourself. Trust your perception. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Your instincts are more reliable than their denial. Affirmation. I trust my perception and memory. Trick 7. They manufacture crisis constantly, creating problems requiring your immediate attention, your emotional energy, your resources. Always some emergency, some situation, some drama, requiring rescue, requiring support, requiring you to drop everything and focus on them. This keeps you reactive, keeps you off balance, keeps you from noticing bigger patterns, bigger manipulation, bigger control. Crisis manipulation works because good people help during emergencies. We drop everything. We provide support. We sacrifice for others in crisis. Sociopaths exploit this. Create perpetual emergency state, where your entire life becomes managing their crises, solving their problems, rescuing them from situations they often created. This serves multiple purposes, keeps your attention focused on them, tests your loyalty constantly, prevents you from developing independent life, makes you feel needed, valuable, important, all while draining you completely. Real crises are rare, resolve eventually. Sociopathic crises are constant, never-ending. One problem solved, 3 more appear. Pattern is consistent emergency, constant need, perpetual crisis. If someone in your life has crisis every week, they're either incredibly unlucky or incredibly manipulative. Probability suggests latter. Step back. Notice pattern. Crisis as control mechanism. Drama as attention-getting. Emergency as manipulation. Stop rescuing. Stop responding immediately. Stop making their crisis your crisis. Watch what happens. Real crisis persists regardless of your response. Manufactured crisis escalates to regain control. Affirmation. I respond thoughtfully, not reactively. You've just learned 7 psychological tricks sociopaths use to control you. Perfect mirroring, artificial scarcity, slow isolation, victim manipulation, deliberate jealousy, reality gaslighting, manufactured crisis. Not all sociopaths use all 7, but they use combinations. And now you see them, can't unsee them, in people around you, in past relationships, in current dynamics. Everything looks different because you see manipulation clearly now. Most important thing, this knowledge is defensive, protective. Use it to recognize red flags, avoid predators, escape manipulation. Don't use it offensively. Don't become what you're learning to avoid, because these techniques work temporarily, but they destroy relationships, destroy trust, destroy the manipulator eventually. Always, karma is real. What you do to others comes back. Magnified. Guaranteed. If you recognize someone in this video, someone in your life using these techniques, you have decision to make. Stay and accept manipulation, or leave and reclaim autonomy. There's no third option. Confronting sociopath doesn't work. They don't change. They don't feel remorse. They don't suddenly become good people because you expose them. They just get better at hiding. So your options are simple: accept control or escape control. Choose wisely. Choose soon. Because every day you stay, manipulation deepens. Attachment strengthens. Escape becomes harder. And if you're watching this wondering if you're the sociopath, you're not. Sociopaths don't question themselves. Don't worry about being manipulative. Don't care about others' well-being. If you're concerned you might be manipulative, you have empathy. You have conscience. You're not sociopath. You're just learning to protect yourself from people who don't have what you have. Conscience, empathy, humanity. Protect those qualities. They make you a good person. They also make you target. Know the difference. Think deeper. Feel less. Know more. This is the hidden mindset.